beautiful analysis on all the security situations bedeviling Nigeria. And our focus on that day was the BBC Africa Eye documentary tagged The Bandit Warlords of Zamfara State. And it was a very robust conversation. We talked about how this tribal war between the Hausas and the Fulanis have grown into a very huge issue of terrorism and banditry across Nigeria. We spoke to him and he said, okay, the problem Nigeria has at this point is our security infrastructures, our security policies, that something must be done to ensure that the situation doesn't deteriorate further. But let's take a look at a developing reaction to that, where we saw members, or we say minority lawmakers in the House of in the House of Senate threaten the president on impeachment.
The country and all the issues around it. And we had also discussed that we're going to come back plenary to discuss the efforts that have been made so far on the issues of security in the country. After which we'll give an ultimatum to the president that he resolves this issue, otherwise we'll give an impeachment notice. And as such,
when you are going to come under your point of order, first, you are supposed to cite the order. Second, you are supposed to discuss with me what you are going to discuss. You didn't. Thirdly, I read the progress report. Thirdly, when I read it, when some of our colleagues were still not listening. Thirdly, we have already passed that stage. Look at where we are today. So, just hold on, please. So, at this moment, that point of order, I don't know what it is, but falls flat on its face.
The minority caucus in the Senate, we also took into cognizance the fact that the Senate had at various levels, at various times, convened various security meetings, various security issues were discussed, and we did recommend to government various steps and measures aimed at curbing these issues of insecurity. We realized that even Abuja that we are in is no more safe, and all of you will agree with us. And so at the closed session we agreed that we will give the president an ultimatum that failing which, if it is not complied with, will move immediately to give an impeachment notice. And this we agreed at the executive session, at closed door session. So when we came out of the closed door session, we expected that the Senate president will brief the public on the issues that have happened, but however, that did not happen. So we have come here in protest to brief you and to let you know that we're with Nigerians in this struggle, and that we're worried that nowhere is safe in Nigeria. And as such, we have come out of the we walk out of the chambers in protest that the security situation in Nigeria is deteriorating, and urgent steps needs to be completely taken to ensure that these issues are covered immediately. These are the issues that were discussed, and these are the reasons why we left the Senate plenary in protest. Thank you very much.
Well, that was the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Philip Aduda, speaking there. Well, the minority members in the House of Senate did give a 6-week ultimatum to the president to uplift the security challenges we are facing in the country or face impeachment. That was a direct threat to the presidency, a threat of impeachment. And that formed part of the conversation we had on Thursday, where we spoke to legal practitioner once again, Andrew Bello Esquire, and he did say Well, the minority lawmakers did not go about it in the right way. That 1/3 of the House had to agree on that before the issue was brought before the House, and subsequently 2/3, if 2/3 agree on that, a letter or a notice will be served to the president. He did say it was a waste of time. But let's take a listen to what the House of Representatives had to do on that matter.
Today, our reserve is almost gone. We do not have any reserve anymore. The reserve is gone. And these were the things that it took PDP-led government time to build. You know, today they tell you that Second Niger Bridge is being built. That is not true. It's under Sovereign Wealth Fund. It's not being funded by appropriation. It's difficult to even fly. No aviation fuel. The aviation fuel is no longer available. And yet you cannot also fly by road because the kidnappers, the bandits are on the road. So having looked at all these scenarios and the reason behind why our colleagues walked out in the Senate, we're of the opinion that we'll also join them in the same way. They have given 6 to 8 weeks for Mr. President to address the insecurity that is, of course, affecting this nation. And I want to also join on behalf of my colleagues to say that upon the expiration, we will prefer ways of ensuring that we'll gather all the signatures. And let me make it very clear, those who are thinking that it's only issue of PDP or minority caucus, no. And when the time comes, I heard somebody this morning saying that it's a laughable attempt to want to do that. But perhaps when the action starts, the person will find out that it's not a laughable action.
The words of Senate Ndudi Elumelu, Honorable Ndudi Elumelu, on the threatened impeachment of President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, the presidency reacting to this said that the minority would have its say, but the majority would have its way. But we did hear where Ndudi Elumelu did say that it's not only members of the minority that are after this. Some members of the majority are also after this, also on this motion. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot going on within the National Assembly. But let's take a reaction to what a senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, had to say on the impeachment, on the proposed impeachment, or the threats of impeachment to the president.
There is the Nigerian Police Council. The president is only the chairman. The 36 state governors are members. And of course, in addition, the Inspector General of Police and the chairman of the Police Council. So in that body of 39 members, 36 of them are state governors, but the body never meets. It's part of the dangerous legacies of the military, whereby the president is seen as the chief security officer of the country. And therefore, everybody must kowtow to the presidency. But we have repeatedly maintained that governors must share police powers with the president. That is the provision of the Constitution. In fact, by virtue of Section 216 of that Constitution, an Inspector General of Police cannot be appointed or removed without
the advice of the Police Council.
Yes. The president must consult the Police Council. So if we are talking about security of Nigeria now, we must take advantage of the provisions of the Constitution.
While security challenges were one of the forefront reasons these lawmakers posed or gave as the background for giving the threats of impeachment. But also the National Security Advisor and the person of General Babagana Mungunu had something to say on all the security challenges, and he made the statement after hours of meetings on how to make our security situation a better one in Nigeria.
It has two parts. It is true that the local people are averse, they're scared, they're worried, and there's no confidence. That is understandable. But without their support, without their cooperation in terms of giving information, it makes it very hard for the operational elements. A few days ago, troops of the Guards Brigade were ambushed and decimated. Had there been a collective effort by way of just snippets of information, we might have averted. Again, the members of the armed forces have also made a commitment that in the coming weeks, they've already started working on a new strategy to deal with these snippets of violence. And they've given their word, their commitment to the president that there will be a change in momentum, regardless of the fact that there might be certain institutional limitations which they face. But they've understood the enormity of the responsibilities that they have. Again, Council is in the process of winding up the special investigative panel on the Kuje incident. And the idea is to come up with recommendations, hold those who are supposed to be held accountable for their deeds, and to ensure that this type of thing never, ever, ever happens again in this country.
That was the National Security Advisor, General Babagana Mungunu, speaking there, and he did say information is power, because if the army, if the force have all the information it needs at its disposal, and that's of course with the collaboration of all Nigerians, that this is a feat they can't put behind us all. Well, just to lighten up the mood of all these security problems facing Nigeria, well, General Bernard Oyuko spoke on the recent achievements of the security force in Nigeria.
So in similar operations, troops on fighting patrol engaged the Boko Haram terrorists at Gwalaram village in Magumeri local government area. Also, troops came in contact with terrorists along Pan Kilakasa Road, Mongunu Gajirang, and in the sea firefight, one troops neutralized 20 of the insurgents. Troops further exploited the area and recovered 6 rifles, 3 bicycles, 1 Toyota Land Cruiser gun truck, 3 tires, 490 rounds of 108mm ammunition, 274 rounds of 7.62mm native, metal links, magazines, and 2 improvised explosive device cylinders, and some liters of premium motor spirits.
General Oyuko speaking there, and they did also say that they've killed several number of the group that attacked the presidential brigade a few days ago. Well, in the midst of all this that's happening, the academic staff of universities are still on strike. Over 4 months of the strike and counting. But let's take a listen to what the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, had to say on the strike.
Wonderful outing, and as our comrade has said, this is a warning protest. This is a warning protest. By the time Nigerians are going to come out fully, as our comrade has said, NSAS protest will be a mere child's play. Because we are tired, we are frustrated, we are disenchanted, we are embarrassed as a people. And I join our comrades in saying that enough is enough. Please, don't let them deceive you by saying there is no money in our country. It is a lie. Please note this. This year's budget, the regime claimed that it was going to spend 443 billion naira on the so-called oil subsidy. Later, the regime went to the National Assembly and claimed that it is going to be 4 trillion naira. The latest now is that the regime is saying it is going to be 6.5 trillion naira. Yet, there is no money for education, but there is money to pay smugglers who they claim are smuggling fuel out
out of Nigeria.
All this happening in the midst of security challenges, threats of impeachment to our president, and some persons have said, okay, these threats, things are getting worse. The 6 week or 8 week ultimatum will expire by October, and October, November, December, January, February, 5 months to if the impeachment would work. It's coming at a very late time. And some persons have said these House of Rep members should join the president in the fight against security. But it's Open Mic Friday. Feel free to make a comment on these issues. 0706-263-9275 or 0903-939-4427 or 0812-178-9154. Send messages to 0807-400-9076. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Happy New Day, my beloved sister Gloria Pastor. I'm calling from in your area.
All right, go ahead.
I beg, as an elderly man and a father, grandfather, this issue of students also should be addressed. It should be addressed once and for all, because our children, my grandchild now is supposed to have been out from now, and my last born also we're about to round up. It is aching that a nation God has so blessed with everything. We have just playing politics with education. Education is the foundation of any nation. You know that is there now is KU. It's because we are educated, both formal and informal education. What has made the Asian nation so great now is that every skill and educational gift in any of their fellow people, they develop it and start exporting it. Our own here now, we are just playing for, we are struggling for position and we are not ready to serve the people. Then the second is this issue of level of increasing insecurity. Why is it every year to election, corruption will increase, lot of evils will increase? Please, I am pleading. The blood of innocent people are crying. They should be up, change all the security architecture, change the system, and remove the saboteurs among our security operatives. Let them teach them out. It's a thing of shame that right in Abuja, the jail, the correctional center was broken for hours, and yet none of the security operatives came forward to rescue the people and recover those who were set loose. Nigeria cannot be one nation, a religion. It's a great multi-purpose religion. Thank you. God will bless Nigeria. I have the hope it shall be well with us in Jesus' name.
Yes,
thank
amen.
you, Sister Gloria. God bless you.
All right, thank you too. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
This is Wilfred calling from Upper.
Go ahead.
The insecurity in this country is something else. You know, when those people threaten that they are going to kidnap the president and Kaduna governor, most Nigeria think they are lying. Now they are in Abuja now. Those people mean busy. I just pray that the president, it's painful because I was born and brought up in the barrack. I know we have gallant military officer. When it comes to risky fight in the world, Nigeria is number 2. But look at how they are just killing our army. Pains me. Let the federal government do something about it, please, in the name of God. And of ASU and presidency, please. They should have mercy on the Nigerian students. They should call off the strike so that these students should go back to school.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Gloria. Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Yeah, this is Bishop Blue calling from Mission Road.
All right, go ahead.
Still talking on the issue of security, I think I continue to say to maintain my position that this government will tell us exactly what their plan is. Then, secondly, in terms of the National Assembly asking for the impeachment of the president. For me, this is my own personal opinion. Now that the heat has got into their doorstep, now they know the necessity they know they have even what it takes to impeach the president, even if sometimes it might not be possible. But if at least they know, for me, because it has gotten to their doorstep, so millions in Nigeria that has been killing all this while here and there, crying here and there, kidnapping, now those ones does not matter. The issue of fuel and aeroplane, whatever, has affected them, and you see them taking action. So that is very, very bad. Then secondly, I want to ask, all this security issue of killing of party villages in the mostly the middle belt. Hello?
I can hear you, go ahead.
In the middle belt, Benue, Zafara, Taraba, too. I want to ask Ms. Gloria, we which of this person has been apprehended and tried and sentenced to jail all this while. And this thing gives me, that is the reason behind my position that these people have an agenda being led by the present government. I want somebody to tell me, after living in the villages of Benue State, Plateau, and here and there, then that Susato has been arrested and sentenced to Susato jail. And none of this has been happened. And you continue to tell me that there is government in the land. So the Nigerian government to ask Nigerian people to ask question, fundamental question, that is brain. Thank you. That's my position.
All right, thank you too. Hello.
Good morning, Nicholas.
Good morning to you too.
Yeah, that's from USA.
All right, go ahead.
Even your guest yesterday, let me start with the impeachment or the threat impeachment. Even your guest yesterday in the studio, whether through the phone call, he just talk about the opposition want to impeach the president. They only give him 6 week ultimatum. They haven't served him a notice of impeachment yet. So I don't know why everybody is talking about that. And the APC themselves, they are afraid of it. Understand? They should do the needful. That is the truth. The president should do the needful. There's nowhere to hide again in this country. Even in Abuja, so-called Abuja, that all of them that they have squandered Nigerian money are saying they cannot even hide their head again. APC-led government should just hide their head in shame. They have failed this country woefully.
All right.
They have failed this country.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, Dr. Julia Peters. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
That is October this way.
All right.
Yeah, I have to thank you for the program and my colleagues have been contributing. So we just want to advise the federal government that the monster they have created is found everywhere. They have entered Abuja now, and they are killing also theirs. And when somebody was saying that they cannot go up that they cannot go and bomb the terrorists in the bush, they will kill our people there. And they are killing people outside. We don't say you should go and bomb them. Take your aircraft there, put smoke there. In the night, in the morning, when they are running to hospital, our military men will pick them up. That's for that. Then 2 weeks of ultimatum from the ASU to school. We are not hearing anything again now. Whether they are doing something about that. The students must be made to leave the street so that they will not join the kidnappers. The government, as I do, associate governor, is trying now. Now you are saying that the busy and now next year will be having ID cards. So the government, they don't have police, they don't have army. They start their beginning. We just hope that the terrorists will not come to Edo State now that you are saying the busy. But most governments are saying the busy. They have serious problems. So we just hope that the army and the police should cooperate with the governor to ensure to maintain high security on the ground. Thank you so much for the program.
All right, thank you too. All right, let's check out those messages. Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, KFM. We thank God it's Friday. Happy weekend. I'm Lagos Man Aronsaye from Ego Axis. Our former Vice President Atiku Abubakar should not raise our presidential candidates, former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, because anything can happen in 2023 general election. Okay. A general election has majority of Nigerian voters are tired of two leading political parties, that is the APC and the PDP. Okay. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Yeah, this is calling from Texas.
All right, go ahead.
Yes. You see the move of the minority senator. Even now, many want that Nigeria should know. It's not only the minority Senate that are even talking about the impeachment. Even the majority leader, the majority of the Senate there, they are also a part of it. That's why they did not come out to say. I was visiting to Akademi from Kogi State. He was also saying that it's an APC man. One thing we should know, any government that afraid to secure the citizenry of his country, they already say in that regard what the president supposed to really do to give other people chance whether they can tackle this insecurity in this country is for you to resign. If not so, there's no way it can combat this insecurity because they already compromised over it. Because if you look at Abuja, the whole city power, they come to attack Abuja and the people go crazy. Even the Boko Haram, the bad people who are in the prison, they release, they now enter into the society, they need to kill innocent people, and even the rich people, the poor people, everybody are involved. They are killing everybody, both APC and PDP, they are all involved. And lastly, I wish that because there's already case in the court now to disqualify Atiku and Tinubu because of the money they spend in their primary. If they can be able to do that, they are good. Because so that there will be a sanity in our government. That's just my condition.
All right, thank you for your contribution. All right, checking out this message. Good morning, Gloria. It is pity that the government is playing deaf ears to our educational sector. As for ASU, they should not compromise even though it takes them 1 year to get victory. As for the impeachment saga, you and I know it is a political jargon. They know what they are doing. May God help us. Augustine Okitikpi. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Okay, this is just from Benin.
All right, go ahead.
I want to comment on the move by the minority to impeach the government. This man has been in the power in the House of Rep for a very long time. At the mouse spoke somehow. What has he also done to make sure that there's a solution to the problem of security challenges in this country? They themselves are receiving humongous salary as House of Rep members. All those, why don't they call down on their salary? Why can't they reject and say, okay, now this country is going bad security-wise, I will no longer receive the humongous salary I'm receiving. Let us use to fight the security. Please, I want to say one thing about Nigerians. When we wake up every morning, let's pray for this country. It's not that easy as you think. Ghana, the other day, they were protesting because of a high cost of living. The economic situation in Ghana is even worse. In Sri Lanka, they invaded the parliament because of the economic situation. So let us know those things in Nigeria, because we see that we see anything bad, we don't see anything good about this our country. Let's pray for this country. If the sky falls, it's going to fall on none of us. If we are seeing PDP, this is not a PDP. There are states where PDP are ruling. They are doing well. The area where APC are ruling, they are doing well. So it's not easy as you think. Our GO had the program at the particular place, and the deputy governor came and said that they wanted to do everything, that the powers are there are powers and responsibilities in the state of authority. People don't understand. It's not easy. When you get there, you will know. You understand? Are you the money secretary? Are you the other Nigerian that will send more money to go and buy from the market? I will inflate the price. We are guilty.
All right.
It begins from us.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. All right. Well, there are different divides to this impeachment saga. Some persons are already fed up with what's happening, and some persons have said, why not join him in the fight? I mean, there's something that you two can do on your own. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Gloria.
Yes, good morning to you too. All right.
Calling from Oluku.
All right, go
anyway, they should stop setting this impeachment saga. It's just coming too late. A lot have been happening before now that they are not threatening for impeachment. And to see that the other people, they are also ready. They are actually moving for another 7 weeks break. So you see, they've counted them to 6 weeks, and then they're giving you 7 weeks break. So how are they going to do it? Is that they should just put their house in order and tackle this insecurity matter. It's not about impeaching the president. The thing has been there for several years now. It's not they want to impeach him when he's almost going to the end of his tenure. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, this message is from Joe from Ekenwa Road. On bandits, what is the work of our Air Force, and with all their warplane on their disposal, or to their disposal, they have sympathy for them. Where there is a whale, there must also be a way. Joe from Ekenwa Road. Well, I just hope that at the end of all of this, that we have a positive view, a light at the end of the tunnel for all that is happening within our Nigerian political space. And that's the size of the package of the program today and for this week. My name is Gloria Vitalis. Good morning.
Wonderful outing. And as our comrade has said, This is a warning protest. This is a warning protest. By the time Nigerians are going to come out fully, as our comment has said, NSAS protest will be a mere child's play. Because we are tired, we are frustrated, we are disenchanted, we are embarrassed as a people. And I join our conference in saying that enough is enough. Please, don't let them deceive you by saying there is no money in our country. It is a lie. Please note this. This year's budget, the regime claimed that it was going to spend 443 billion on the so-called oil subsidy. Later, the regime went to the National Assembly and claimed that it is going to be 4 trillion naira. The latest now is that the regime is saying it is going to be 6.5 trillion naira. Yet, there is no money for education. But there is money to pay smugglers who they claim are smuggling fuel out of Nigeria.
Somehow me one big container of that your Checkers custard.
Yeah, mommy, don't buy Checkers custard again. C-H-E-K-E-R-S.
Checkers custard. Now this one be custard.
Look, there's no easier way to say this. Slow internet is bad for business. So, if you want what's best, get the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SMEs.
Indeed. Do business at internet speed of up to 200 megabytes per second with the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SME and enjoy instant access to other amazing offers. Dial 1010 toll-free or send an email to airtelbusiness@ng.airtel.com to get started.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Somehow me one big container of that your Checkers custard.
Yeah, mommy,